So today we're learning about the greatest common factor. Greatest meaning largest, common meaning same, and factor meaning a number you multiply by another number. So what does all that mean? Well, I've got three numbers here, 32, 48, and 60. We simply want to find the factor, the largest factor they have in common. Another way to think about it, maybe perhaps even easier, is this. What is the largest number that can divide into all three of them? The largest one. There's several numbers that can divide into all of them, by the way. Like 2 goes in all of them, but we want the largest one. So this is called the factor pair method. Let's start out with 32 here. And 1 times 32. We always start with 1 just to be organized. You don't have to start with 1, but just stay with me. Okay, now we've tried 1. Let's go to the next whole number, 2. Does 2 times anything equal 32? Of course it does. 2 times 16. What about 3? Yeah, think of your math facts, by the way. 4. Oh, of course. You know that 4 times 8 is 32. Now, what about 5? No. 6? No. 7? No. 8? Oh, wait a minute. We already used an 8. As soon as you find a repeat, you're done. You found all the factors for 32. All right, I'll put the little lines here between them. And I use Poiple now. Let's do 48. Start with 1 always. 1 times the 48. Now, will 2 work? Sure, everyone knows 2 times 24. Right. Now, what about 3? Now, let's say you don't know if 3 goes in. Most people look at 3 and think, no, there's no way it's going into 48. But never assume. Check. Check instead of assume. So you find this, you'll find out that, oh boy, guess what? It goes in 16. 3 times 16. Oh boy, but you didn't know that. 4, does 4, oh yes, everyone knows 4 times 12 is 48. What about 5? No. 6, yes, 6 times 8. 7, no. 8, oh, we got a double again. We got a duplicate, right? So we can stop there. I'm just putting it white for fun. There's no reason for it. Okay, now I use new color. I use yellow. Whoops, yellow. Where's yellow? Get over there. Okay, so what do we start with? 1. Then we can try 2. 2 times 30. What about 3? Oh, that's easy. 3 times 20. Now again, if you're not sure about 4, come off to the side. And by the way, if you did divide 4 into 60, you would find out it is 4 times 15. Perhaps you didn't know that, huh? What about 5? Well, yes, 5 works. And again, you could come off to the side here and divide by 5, and you'd find out that it's 12. So 5 times 12 is 60. Oh, what about 6? 6 times 10, that's easy. 7? No. 8? No. 9? No. 10? Oh, we have a duplicate, Mr. 10 here. So now the next step is to simply start with the number that has the fewest factors. Look at number 32 here. It's got the fewest number of factors. You don't have to start with the number of the fewest number of factors, but it makes the whole process go faster. It's easier. And who doesn't like faster and easier? Here we go. Well, all numbers we know have 1 in common, so let's just circle them anyway. Okay, now we got on to 2. Is there a 2 in all 3 lists? Yes, so we're going to circle them. Circle them. Good. Now we get on to the 4. Remember, we're using this list here, the 32 list. 4. Yep, they all have a 4. I feel like I'm shouting bingo numbers out. 4! Okay, now we're going to go to the 8 here. Do they all have 8s? Oh, there's an 8 on the first list and the second one, but not the third. Okay, let's go to 16. Do they have 16s in common? Almost. We had a 16, a 16, and a 15. What about a 32? Nope. Guess what? We're done now. What is the largest number on that list? It's a 4. So the largest number that can divide into 32, 48, and 60 is 4. Was that easy or what? Huh? All right, let's do this one together. 36 and 54. So we're going to start out by writing down our most basic factors. Let me use orange. 1 times 36. Then we go to 2. Yes, 2 times 18. What about 3? Yeah, 3 times 12. And what if you're not sure? You come off to the side and divide, right? You see if it goes in. 3 works out to be 12. Okay, moving on. You know that 4 times 9 is 36. 5, no. Oh, 6 times 6, right? Keep going. 7 work? No. 8 times? No. 9? Oops, we already have a 9 right there, so we're done. Now let's go on to 54, or otherwise known as 54. All right, 1 times 54, right? Does 2 work? Well, if you're not sure, come off to the side, but I'll bet you knew that 2 times 27 is 54. What about 3? Remember, if you're not sure, come off to the side and be sure. Does 3 go into 54? Well, it goes in once. There's 3. Subtract, put number down. Oh my goodness gracious, it does. 8 times. So 3 times 18. I bet you didn't know that. What about 4? Does 4 go into 54? Well, I happen to know it doesn't, so I'm just going to skip ahead. What about 5? Nope. 6. 6. That's a math fact. 6 times 9. What about 7? No. 8. No. 9. That's a repeat, isn't it? We already have a 9 here, don't we? So we're done. Now, again, always start with the number that has the fewest factors. It'll make the process go faster. Faster factors. Interesting. So 54 only has 8 factors. 36 has 10. Okay, so they both have a 1 in common. Great. What about a 2? Oh, yes, they do. 2. What about a 3? Yes, they do. Circle that one. What about a 6? Yes, they have 6 in common. What about 9 here? Oh, my goodness gracious. They have a 9 in common as well. Circle that. What about, this is 18. Oh, my gosh. They have an 18 in common. This is crazy. What about 27? Nope. What about 54? Nope. 18 is the largest number that goes into both of those. Holy guacamole. That was easy. 18. This is another method for finding the greatest common factor, and I might add that it's probably the most fun because you get to make little trees like that. Okay, start out with the first number. Not 1 this time, but 2. And the reason is 1 is a factor for every number, so we'll just skip it, okay? So let's start with 2. Does 2 times anything equal 18? Sure. 2 times 9. Okay, now 2 times 1, we're not going to factor because, guess what? Every number has 1 in common. So it's just kind of like a waste of time. So we'll come over to this number now, 9. Can we factor 9? Well, 2 numbers, that's all you have to ask yourself, can equal 9 when you multiply them, 3. Now, guess what? We have just prime numbers. That's it, so we're done. Okay, let's go on to 24 here. And you can pick any 2 factors, by the way. If you want to pick 12 times 2, you can do it that way. If you start with 2, though, and go incrementally up, like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, it makes it a little easier, but whatever. So we have 12 times 2. Okay, now we can't factor the 2 because it'll be 2 times 1. Let's look at the 12. Pick any 2 factors. How about 6 times 2? That sounds good. Now we'll come to the 6 here, and we'll go 2 times 3. And we are at prime numbers at the bottom, so we're done. Let's look at 36 here. Now we have 2. Well, let's say we don't know what 2 times something is to equals 36, so let's go with what we know. We'll pick 6. So 6 times 6. Whoops. Put it in the wrong spot there. Oopsie. 6 times 6, right? Now, we can factor these 6s also, and this could be like 2 times 3, or even 3 times 2. Watch, I'll do it backwards over here. 3 times 2. By the way, you want to put multiplication signs between these. And we're down to prime numbers, so we're done. The next step is to look at your list and circle all the prime numbers. Here we go. As you can see, I've circled all the prime numbers in both lists. And just like before, the previous method, start with the list that has the fewest factors. And this guy does. Hey, it's the number that's smallest too, isn't it? The 18. That's a tip for you. All right, now we're going to look at this number 2 here. Start up here. Are there 2s in common in all 3 lists? Well, there's a 2 here, right? I'll circle it in white. Hey, there's a 2 over here, and there's a 2 over here. Since it's on all 3 lists, we get to write it down here. All right, let's go to the next number over here, 3. Is there a 3 on all 3 lists? There's a 3. Yep. There's a 3. Yep. There's a 3. So guess what? We get to put a 3 down now. Okay. Now we come over to this other 3. Is 3 on all 3 lists again? Ooh, wait. You're probably thinking, yeah, there's a 3 right here. That's a 3. No, we already used that one. So guess what? We don't have another 3 on both lists. So, since we've used all the factors on this short list here, we're done. 2 times 3 equals 6. Here's yet another way to find the greatest common factor. And this one's called the ladder method. Ooh, fancy. So what we do is we put an upside down division sign like this. It's really weird. So instead of putting the answer on top, we're going to put it below it. So what do? We start with prime numbers. That's it. We start dividing by prime numbers. What is the smallest prime number? Please don't say 1. 1 is not prime. It's not composite either, so 2. Does 2 go into 18? Well, if so, we put the 2 out here. It's just like a division problem, but where does the answer go? It goes down here. Okay, good. Now we're going to put another rung on our ladder. What's funny about this method is that there's no rung over here, so it's not much of a ladder, is it? All right, 2 doesn't go in. We want to stay with this number if we can. Okay, 3 is the next prime number. 3 does go in. How many times? It goes 3. 3 times. Okay, now stick with that prime number 3, okay? Does 3 go into 3? Obviously, and there's 1. When you get down to 1, you are done. Let's go to 24. We'll use orange, my favorite color. Start with what? Smallest prime number, 2. It goes in 12 times. Add another rung. Now, stick with the 2 if you can. Does 2 go to 12? Sure does. 6 times. That's seis in Spanish. Seis. Okay, now, does 2 go into 6? Yes, it does. It goes 3 times. So, oops, I put my rung on before I put my answer down. Okay, now does 2 go into 3? Nah, 3 goes in though, right? We are at 1, so we are done. I picked now purple. Now we got 2 into 36. Let's see. That's an 8 to 10. And now does 2 go into 18? Of course it does. You know your multiplication division facts, don't you? Of course you do. Do not tell me you don't, because it would be sad. Okay, does 2 go into 9? No. Let's go to the next prime number, 3. It goes in, yes. Now, we try to stick with the 3. Always try to stay with it. And 3 goes into 3 one time. And when we're at 1, we are done. Now, the fun part begins. Beginning with the list that has the fewest number of factors, that's what you always start with because it goes a lot faster, we see what we have in common. So, I should pick a different color now. How about blue? Do they all have a 2 in common? Yes, so let's circle them. They got a 2. Now, do they all have a 3 in common? Remember, we're starting with this list. We're going to start with this one. They all do, so we can circle the 3s. It doesn't matter which one you circle. Do they all have another 3? Well, there's one on this first list and one on that list, but we used it already, so we're in bad shape. Can't pick it. It has to be on all 3. So this ain't going to work. And guess what? We're done. Now we just have to find the greatest common factor. And guess what it is? It's just these 2 numbers multiplied. See? It's just 2 times 3. 2 times 3. And that'd be 6. 6 is the biggest factor, or the largest number that can be divided into these numbers. Okay, commercial break here. Well, not really commercial break, but how are you going to remember this greatest common factor thing? What does it mean, or how do you find it? Well, guess what? I got a little tune for you. Have you ever heard of the tune Camptown Races? A lot of kids learn it when they're really young. And anyway, I can whistle it, and I'll sing the words, but let me whistle it first so you get the tune in your head. It goes like this. Not the greatest whistle either, but it worked. So it goes like this. You can find the factors for any number. Just find all the numbers that can divide into it. 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32. These numbers are the factors of 32. So you can find the factors for any number. Just find all the numbers that can divide into it. So if I have my example, it says 32, okay? For example, 32. What goes into 32? 1 does. How many times? 32. 2 does. 16, right? 3, no. 4 does 8. And remember my song, 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32. The song, I just put this in the song as an example to help you remember. These numbers are the factors of 32. So, hope that helps. Hope you can hear the song in your head. That's a tricky one. Okay, that brings us to the end. If you like this video, don't forget, smile. Oh, I was going to draw a smiley face.